Miller pulls it in. And here are the Timberwolves. It's stolen. Jackson outside. A deep three. The shot comes out. Fast break. Here we go. Simon's shot is good.
Well, this is why you got to keep pace with Simons, because once he's got a step on you, you're finished.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Miller. Jackson can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 20. To the wing on the left. Here's Williamson. Comes up empty from the left block.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Wood outside. Oubre on the wing. 6 to shoot. Over Gobert. The Sixers with another miss.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Oh!
Wow! Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his 3rd foul so far. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia.
Substitution on the court.
Timberwolves on D. A great 4th quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Adebayo up top. Here's Thompson to the left side wing. Adebayo, a good look. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. And the 76ers lead by 20. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And the 76ers making a change here.
Make some noise.
And Minnesota with possession here. Here's Shannon. And Grimes pulls it down. Philadelphia leading by 20. Adebayo in the post. Pass to Halliburton. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Miller with it. Now Thompson defending. Miller can't get it to go. Thompson outside. Outside for Halliburton. Tries again. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Halliburton's got his first 2 points.
What a release. Halliburton getting rid of it.
Here's Shannon. And that one drops.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Miller. He's off on that one. Good D by Adebayo. Philadelphia leading by 20. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Adebayo from long range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this is a nice victory for them. It's win number 14 of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ausar Thompson.
Well, bottom line, He was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Here's Shannon. And a big-time jam as he slams it right over Adebayo. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. It's an 18-point lead. All sorts of time. And he hits the jump shot.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep. Philadelphia, the rebound. Here's Adebayo. No good. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
You better start a whole fire, now I'm on fire, I need someone, I need Tyler, I need Ramoni, Rebecca, Serena, Selena, let's start a whole choir, I like the way that you get your own back, you don't need no one, help you inspire, baby, let's make a movie, come with me, know that I'm choosy, I need you to back it up, that ain't fast enough, you know I'm man enough, and I don't play about it, you know that I'm proud of it, I like the way your body is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what could come is okay. Like Kalani is, Roger like Kalani is okay. Here where the party is, right here where the party is. You better start a whole fire, now I'm on fire, I need someone, I need Tyler, I need Ramoni, Rebecca, Serena, Selena, let's start a whole choir, I like the way that you get your own back, you don't need no one, help you inspire,
Eastside got that, I'm serving it. Ben GT, I'm swerving it. Tell me what's the word, what you heard it. Hood tat on me permanent. Where you from, ain't heard of it. Show me for you, owe me, look. We ain't boo. With me, my mood switch. Till my hand hurt. Pull that out and see who legs work. Eastside be the Mecca, don't ever get it backwards. Eastside like it. Eastside got that. Eastside like it. Eastside, this ain't what you think. This ain't what you want. Eastside on it. Eastside do the most. Eastside like it. Got that Eastside, got that Eastside like it. Eastside, yeah. This ain't what you, this ain't what you, this ain't what you want. Eastside on it. Hey, do the most. Okay, this no surprise. Eastside know the vibes. Get down. Look me in my eyes. If you make it, I'm gonna do my job. I can whip it, I can drive it. Depending on her mileage, I'm passenger in her rocket. Yeah, beefing over. Oh no, I don't want no problemo. Push me to the limit, I jump out and show you my demo. Eastside like it. Eastside got that. Eastside like it. Eastside, yeah. This ain't what you think. This ain't what you want. Eastside on it. Eastside do the most. Eastside like it. Got that Eastside, got that Eastside like it. Eastside, yeah. This ain't what you, this ain't what you, this ain't what you want. Eastside on it. Do the most. Eastside do the most.
You know, I think it's about that time again. You already know it's about to be the coldest summer ever, right? Yo, L Street, Yeah, those streets. Those streets.
Billionaire.
Come on. Boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. This that Pelly in the wintertime with that bird, with that chicken. Chillin' with the camera on and jewels on and that chain on, just glisten. We be on straight bars like Jim. That's a gym, just listen. Yeah, I was trying to keep up with the Jones. I was trying to keep up with my phones. Toss a little out before they burn around steady. I was just burning out, but I was learning how to stretch it like a finger bowl. Never been played with, cause of some same that was at these other. See, I was respecting the hustlers. Y'all be respecting the. I be with shakers and movers, counting my blessings, cause one day you're losing. I was respecting the hustle. Y'all be respecting the. I be with shakers and movers, counting my blessings, cause one day you're losing. Hey, hey, boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. This that ride around, that drive around with them chains on my chest. This that hustle music, when the hustle moving, they ride around with that. This my go getters, we gon' go get it, we gon' go get it, that's it. Boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. I really earned it, lock it, I ain't heard about it, I ain't have more, I just tip a thorough, this is still the made it rich. I really made it out, and then I hate about it, that's enough to make a sick. I was laying out with the vultures. He wanna get closer, he wanna touch for some closure. I ain't got time, baby, tuck your emotion. I've been the one with the motion, I've been the one that was chosen. Y'all stuck like we frozen, this is the shot, baby, this is the coach. Boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. This that ride around, that drive around with them chains on my chest. This that hustle music, when the hustle moving, they ride around with that. This my go getters, we gon' go get it, we gon' go get it, that's it.
Chicago.
Oh my God, girl, is that YBS Village? He's so fine.
Hey, Roy, they check on my brother. Nigga, I stutter. Shorty just love me on scene, yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls be like me. Make mad, they wanna fight me. I'm a heavy hitter, don't you be lightly. On my gossip, so.
Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. You look at the Cavaliers.
Well, Coach told us in the locker room he's been using this season series to put a chip on their shoulders, and they absolutely want to take it. They need a win tonight to achieve that goal.
That's exactly right. 3 times in all they'll face this team. So a win here to tie it will give them a chance. I mean, it might seem minuscule or trivial, but these are the kind of mental games teams play to psych themselves up for their next opponent.
Here's Bona. Here's Thompson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now here's Mitchell. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. It's McCollum with a drive. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Halliburton with the steal. Thompson gets a good look. Got a piece of it.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
To the paint. Here's Allen. Rebound by Philadelphia. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Thompson. Clock at 6. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game. What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. For 3, McCollum. Adebayo grabs the board.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Halliburton's shot is good.
Halliburton, a really good knockdown shooter, which adds great value to this offense.
Here's Mitchell. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Grimes. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Now here's Halliburton. Adebayo from long range. The rebound by Allen. Cavaliers trail by 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell.
And it's really tough to catch a pass from that distance. He's asking a lot of his teammate to reel that one in.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Throws it up high. Thompson, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Mobley, right side. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Imposing inside. Mobley is just too much.
Here's Halliburton. Mobley grabs the board. Now here's Mitchell. Allen a screen. Right side Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Shoots from the line. Thompson pulls it in.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
The Cavs trailing. .121 left in the first. From deep, Mitchell connects from downtown. Mitchell's got 5 points.
In the gym range for Mitchell, he is not bashful.
Here's Halliburton. A dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
Intelligent basketball. Keep feeding the hot hand.
Now here's Mitchell. On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Thomas. Down low. Mobley. Not going to go that time. Good D by Adebayo. Here's Thompson. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Now here's Okoro. Still no points. Pass to Mobley. All sorts of time. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Adebayo in the post. And finished off by Adebayo.
Just wow. A monster flush from the big man.
That'll count. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. So both teams changing it up here. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
The 76ers, 12.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Cavs' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
The Sixers trailing. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Pass to McCain. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
And here's Hunter for 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Here's George. Out to Oubre. The 3 is up. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Oubre's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's McCollum. Pass to Vukcevic. And here's Hunter for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Outside Oubre. Now here's George. Let's go with a 3. And the 76ers another 3.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
McCollum outside. Six to shoot. Here's Vukcevic. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Christian Wood picks one up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy passes.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Jackson surveying the D. Up and in on the layup.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Pass to Wade. Back to Jerome. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Here's George. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
It's McCollum with a drive. Chalk up 2 there. Mobley's gotten 4 this quarter.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
George outside. Pass to McCain. Fires from deep. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. McCain's got 5 points.
Hey, you know, after a pedestrian first quarter of shooting, I think they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now. The direction is good.
And Mobley gets it to go.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
George scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Jackson. Wood outside. 4-3.
Do not test Evan Mobley, a top-level shot blocker.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Minute 35 left in the first half of this game. From behind the arc, he drops it from range.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Halliburton looking over the floor. And it's Halliburton. Gets it to go inside.
He's such a creative scorer in close. Tyrese Halliburton only needs a sliver of space to make you pay. Hey, that's just not a smart pass. It's as simple as that. Was not a smart pass.
.59 seconds left in the second quarter. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Out to McCollum. Knocks it loose. Okoro outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Allen. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
From deep, Mitchell. Adebayo grabs the board. Here's Thompson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Got it up. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Sixers ahead, up 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Mobley. The layup off target. The Sixers lead by 4. George with it, guarded now by Mitchell. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be a second foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here.
76ers substitution.
Halliburton with the ball. Nice move. Doesn't fall. Now 4 for 6. And Cleveland has possession. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. And that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. McCollum's shot is off. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Philadelphia. They lead by 4. Here's Grimes. Cavaliers with the rebound. And a minute played as the second half gets going. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Out to the right wing. Here's Adebayo. Hunter with the rebound.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Back to Allen. Both teams deciding to change it up.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
90 seconds into the second half now. Pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mobley. Plenty of space. Rebounded by Halliburton. Adebayo with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Goes back up. Outside for Halliburton. Back to Adebayo. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards and 1 trip down the floor.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
On their way to the floor is your Hasbro Hope Squad.
by 6. McCollum with it. Halliburton picks him up. To the wing on the left. Back to Okoro. It's tipped. Mobley on a screen. McCollum way outside. Cleveland again missing.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Bona. No good. Good D by Mobley. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Mitchell. Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
He's such a strong guy. Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than his listed 6'1" height.
Out to Thompson. Pass to Bona. Halliburton outside. Adebayo sets a screen. Halliburton draws the double. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Jerome. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Adebayo grabs the board. So it's Philadelphia now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Pass to Thompson. Here's Halliburton. And he converts the layup. Halliburton's got 11 points.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's supreme court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill. Feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
Here's Jerome. Gets the 14-footer to fall. He's got 5.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Here's George. And the jam by George.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
There's a screen. Here's Jerome. That one goes. Count it. Jerome's gotten 4 this quarter.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
To the inside. Fast break, Cleveland. Pulls up for 3. On target from Rain. And it's now just a 1-point 76ers lead.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And so it's George with it. He brings it up to the 76ers. Oubre on the wing. Pass to McCain. Launches a 3. That one is off. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Jerome. 5 on the clock. George with a steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, excellent work inside. Once he saw that mismatch, he took it right to the rim.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Sixers ahead. They lead by 3. And
76ers, 44.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia leading by 3. George outside. 10 feet away. There's Jackson with the 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Here's Jerome. Thomas outside to tie it up. It's hauled in by Oubre.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Pass to McCain. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to George. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Cavaliers trail by 3. And stolen by Jackson. And now the Sixers on the break. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. George's shot is off.
Philadelphia foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Thompson. Uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Halliburton. Oh, and Mobley with the block. And here's Thomas from the arc. Hits the trifecta. And the Cavaliers lead by 2. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
For 3, McCollum. And Cleveland another 3.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Grimes. And they'll get another chance. Here's Bona. Shot clock at 6. And it's Thompson penetrating.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And Philadelphia making a change here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The 3 ball. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
George outside. There's the triple. And another miss by Philadelphia. The Cavaliers lead by 3. Mobley on a screen. To the middle. And Mobley throws it down.
Easy does it. Mobley is such a fluid athlete for his size.
Here's Halliburton. Out left to the wing. Grimes. Sends it home from three-point land. Grimes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Pass to Allen. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
From outside the arc. And the 76ers another 3.
And neither side right now giving an inch. We'll see who cracks first.
Guys, intensity turned up at its highest level. A perimeter bomb fest going on right now.
And McCollum isn't afraid of contact, especially when he's being aggressive and looking to score.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And here's Halliburton. Pass to Adebayo. From deep. They get the rebound. Halliburton's shot is good.
What a big-time play by Tyrese Halliburton. Simply putting his team on his back.
McCollum on the left side. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Halliburton with the ball. McCollum covering. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Nice job by Halliburton, showing you the toughness that time, going right into that defense and drawing the foul.
So the first one drops, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Inside. And Mobley throws it down. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. .102 left in the 4th. And they double up Adebayo. It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Grimes. And it's good.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Pass to Allen. It's rebounded by George. And Philadelphia has possession. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
Now Hunter. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Thompson. Drives to the hoop. Yes!
And they aren't over the limit yet.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
The 3 from Mitchell. Rebound by Philadelphia. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Cleveland calls timeout. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
That they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
George with a steal. Fast break, Philadelphia for the finish. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And now we've got...
Ain't a 50K a night. Big Czar, baby, you can't be scared of heights. I want to take you to the 60th floor in a pink. Come here, baby. Move them bags for me, baby. I'll pay your rent. Tinted windows on the rentals, nothing less than 5%. These ain't ballin', you be on the bench.
Hold them bags for me, baby. You could be my. All them times I've been in, I had to bust my wrist on the PJ. D-Lo fought her on the phone. When we land, I hit a couple folks and tell them it's on the floor. My little young one is out at Birkin, she might know she break down spot this on fire another house for. I can show you how to run it up, I really know it. Turn up into 100,000 on a golden list. I'm the illest baby, and the realest baby. 155 pounds, but I'm the biggest baby. Treat these bags like kids, can't leave them unattended, baby. Watch, I'ma get this money beat up when I finish.
I came a long way from lunch trays and eating rice. Phone ain't got no service, I'm on a PJ. Went from $50 to my name to 50K a night. For a big Czar, baby, you can't be scared of heights. I wanna take you to the 60th floor in a pink. Come here, baby. Move them bags for me, baby. I'll pay your rent. Tinted windows on the rentals, nothing less than 5%. These ain't ballin', you be on the bench.
In the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs are made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. This right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If it's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact. Guess I gotta go again and show them it ain't luck, yup. And they thought it was over for me, boy, they had me. Been through all the rain, now the sun on me. Ain't no point in stressing, gonna be what it's gonna be. Back to back with the prayers, so many times I got it memorized. I done seen so much pain that got me desensitized. OG's talking about stick to the script, I had to improvise. This that classic B.I.G., I got them hypnotized. Moving at my own pace, doing it my way. Way before the braids, yeah, they been took the wave. Ain't nobody from the crib ever did it big like this. It's like my parents turn to my kids, how I'm taking care of they. I had to go through it just to get to it. Had to watch from the bench, I had to sit through it. Get to it, trust issues, brought my to it. My aunt had to do it. I hope the same demons don't haunt me. Come with the down life, members only. I'd have been down so bad before, I swear I wasn't gonna get back. But look, the old me and the new me is a mismatch. They don't understand or how much it's taking off your mind, off your soul, just to show up and make it. This for my dog that's overwhelmed. Even if he don't make no one never break it. Cause we've been through this and that, though we still intact. If they off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. That's right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
That's how I'm living, like I'm in a city. That's how I'm whipping, like I got a money. 4 way I'm in this, ain't gonna sleep, I'm on a mission. Louis V on my bag, get some money, made a difference. I'm still the same, no different. But I came a long way from Jan, sported penny pinching. Talking about L's, man, I hand them out on any given. Sunny clothes to the public, still I'm getting chicken. I'm just reminiscing, I was broke as when that song dropped. Effect, heard they talking about I switch, I put the city on my back.
Been through this and that, though we still intact. Get that off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. That's right here for all the ones that ain't in, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
When I came too far to let you in me. Back coming, that's a fact, that's a fin that had to crack back. Should've knew I with me cause so much. Get snapped back lately, probably talking, I'm getting litty. Used to dream of being big like baby. Martin Luther King should see how I live me. Big necklace, wrist froze, big step, wrist, big. And I'm free, and I'm getting richer than a tote. I ain't look like low shit, man, he say glee. And the ski get me back on my feet.
You feel better when it's earned, that's a fact. Play me, lesson learned, that's a fact. Everybody gon' get their turn, that's a fact. If the job ain't done, I don't wanna hear congrats. Mortal Kombat straight out the pit, that's a fact. Thought I wasn't gon' bounce back in this, that's a fact. The best thing my ex ever had, that's a fact. Only thing with they back against the wall is the plaques.
I'm hopping out of the V. I got about 2, 3 foreigns. Rich, and still put it past the tree. Side of my waist, and still put it on the T. Only do a hit, sing love song, still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with it. Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette. Got a couple with me, they gon' maneuver with me. Ask how many inside of this car. It's like 2 fish. My little foreign, but she just black. And that she know it with this. I sent it right off the map. I got still ride with her friend bad, need both of them. I know she tired, cause none of these ain't got no motion. Bro, I'm hopping out inside of my coat. Make them to the world, be acting too woke. I just might go like Lambo V12, exterior leather, I'm the GOAT. I just might throw on all of my juice, be feeling like I'm on a boat. Yeah, Suchi go but I'm pulling up 42 dub. I might go Porsche for all guys pulling up on a bed in the bug. Never been lame, I ain't pulling up on no bed, no hug. Play with my money, I feel like Big Worm. I pull up on you by the. They wanna know this like bitch like me. I'm hopping out of the V. I got about 2, 3 foreigns. Rich, and still put it past the tree. Side of my waist, and still put it on the T. Only do a hit, sing love song, and still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with it. Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette. Got a couple with me, they gon' maneuver with me. Ask how many inside of this car, it's like 2 fish. 2 phone, 3 phone, come my ring off. I ain't tryna hear what a say. Tryna beef with like me, we gon' turn this in the blitz day. She try to ask me what time it was, I don't know, but I hold in my wrist, ayy. Waving the left to right and put my diamonds right in the face. I gon' take all of my case, my car's expensive. Better look in the garage and look at my crib. None of my cars is rented. I be riding 5% with 20 on the windshield, my car's is tinted. Making move out of this spot like I'm moving in and I'm the new tenant, yeah. Who I'm with a gotta throw on up B, shit 2 times. Flow the LB, I'm about my green like I'm a crouton. She want with a charger for the give her a coupon. I don't trust not a soul. And I got my shoes on. I told you last time, it was my last time. They tried to tell me that I was gonna need you. That was the past time. Pull up inside of the vet, they be on bedtime. They just might rock you to bed, like it was just nap time. They wanna know what it's like, be like me. I'm hopping out of the V. I got about 2, 3 foreigns. Rich, and still put it past the tree. Out of my waist, and still put it on the T. Only do a hit, sing love song, and still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with it. Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette.